I'm so excited. Me and my friends were just gonna go grab a little bite to eat beforehand and then go up to the concert. I'm so excited. I love Hilary Duff. She's the queen. Me and Boy are panting. Today is our 5K run that we do, or is scheduled that we do. Our 5K that is scheduled, and I'm just listening to the second Dungeon Crawler Carl book. Such a good book to listen to while you're running, because it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's got like a video game vibe to it, so you feel kind of cool, like running about. I'm so out of breath. Okay, we had to wait until 6 to actually get out on this run today because it is so dang hot. And even right now, I'm like, oh my God, it is very, very hot. But it's such a struggle. Like when you work, I know I hear everyone talk about it like online, like when you work, I know the term everyone uses is 9 to 5, but I work 5:45 to 4:15 with a commute. So it's like, I'm definitely not waking up before 4:30. That's when I wake up, a.m. Not waking up any earlier than that, because at that time of waking up, I already have to go to bed at like 8:30 to get a good amount of sleep. So I'm not waking up any earlier to do my runs, but that also means I have to do my run still when it gets a little hot out, or still when it's still actively a little hot out here, because you're not going to do it in the middle of the day while you're working, but you know, it's just so hard to plan. When do you run? When do you do these runs? That's why running on the weekend is a lot easier to plan for, because you can just do it a little, you know, a little bit earlier in the day, or you can do it a little bit later in the evening and not have to worry so much about like, oh, you know, I have to get in bed by 8:30 to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I wouldn't give it up though. I like 4 hour, my brain is now stopping, 4-day work weeks, because I like having 3-day weekends. Anyways, this is Poyo's first 5K since his knee surgery. Head back, probably run the rest of the way. Just under a mile left. So thought I'd just check in. Middle of the run, thoughts, yapping, so I can have a little bit longer break with my Poyo. A little stream up here, so I'll get him some water and then we'll head on back. And I already packed my lunch, already drank all my water. Let's see if I have my steps. Ba-ba! Have my steps. I did not drink alcohol, and this is my workout, and I'm reading hobby stacking or chore stacking, and I love when that happens. So we are done for the day after this. We just need to make it home. He's tuckered out. He's like, oh, we turning around yet? All right. Stream's up here, and we're gonna turn around. I actually haven't picked this book up in a second, so I decided this is going to be the book that I read this week for my physical book, because I should finish reading this. Thirsty boy. He did great on his 5K. But anyways, it is bedtime now. I have the Hilary Duff concert tomorrow, so I've got my zip patches on so I don't look as crazy. Hopefully they go away. They probably won't, but I'm gonna read this book tonight and yeah, get to bed early because I'm tired and my body is tired. All right, I have to do this very, very quick, but hopefully you guys can see me. I'm going to a concert tonight, and I had to race across the state. not really, but where I live is really far from a city. Sorry, I'm a sweaty girl. Where I live is really far from a city. So I had to like get off of work, race across town, get here. And I'm like, all right, I need to look like I'm going to a concert now, you guys. And if you can hear the music, then you'll know who I'm gonna go see. Miss Liz McGuire. I'm so excited. Me and my friends were just gonna go grab a little bite to eat beforehand and then go up to the concert. I'm so excited. I love Hilary Duff. She's the queen. And I've been seeing so many fun videos on TikTok and stuff like that. Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm doing with this. You know what? No, we're not doing that. That's a risky move. And I have butterfly clips and I need to change my shirt and put it on deodorant. But I'm super stoked. I did hard boil some more eggs so I would have some more protein to eat, just so I wasn't gonna be tempted to eat something crazy here. Is this gonna be weird to do this here? I hope not. But that is just how it goes when you're trying to lose weight. You're not trying to eat pub food, like a bunch of it. So I'm going with the vibes. I'm so excited though. A very tired me on Wednesday. The Hilary Duff concert was super fun. I didn't even really get to say very much when I was in the car, just because I was in a rush. I mean, so far away from where concerts happen. But I was saying, or thinking I was going to say, was I was really nervous because it was a busy day at work yesterday and I did not get my steps in during the work day. I did not get up and walk around my desk. So when I had left work and drove the almost 2 hours to get to where the concert was, I only had like 600 steps. And I was like, oh shit, I am not gonna get my 9,000 steps today. And I was a little bit nervous, but I ended up getting 11,000 steps just dancing at the Hilary Duff concert. LaRue was one of the openers. There was another opener. I'm totally blanking on her name, but she was also really phenomenal. Overall, just an amazing concert. Really liked it. The venue's lackluster, but whatever. And oh my gosh, so I've always seen people drinking those death waters. I thought those were flavored. I thought there was some fucking pizzazz with that. It wasn't just a can of water, plain water. So anyways, my only gripe was I was stupid and didn't just Google what a death water was, because the couple girlfriends that I went to the concert with, they were both drinking, and it just feels nice to have something in your hand when, you know, everyone else has something in their hand and you're like, I'm a millennial, I don't know how to dance if I don't have something in my hand. Like, oh, I'll just go ahead and get myself that non-alcoholic beverage called death water. I thought it was like bubble water or something like that. I'm an idiot. I spent $7 on a huge just can of water. So stupid. I thought that was different. I thought it was gonna be like hop water or something like that. I got my hopes up. It was not like that. Outside of that, yesterday I didn't really do any filming because there wasn't much for me to film. I went to work and then I drove 2 hours to go to a concert. I took some video, but maybe I'll put that here. It's loud and screamy and exactly what you would imagine. It was a couple of millennials at the Hilary Duff concert. It was phenomenal. I got my steps in. I counted dancing as my workout yesterday. It was a lot of jumping, so I'm counting that for me. Otherwise, there would have been on God's green earth, there would have been no way for me to get in a workout, because I wake up, feel like I've said this before, but I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, go to work, and then immediately when I was done with work, I was driving 2 hours to the venue, got to the venue, watched the show until I think she got done at 11 p.m. and then I had to drive, it's like an hour and a half back home. So I didn't get home until 1 a.m. and I'm an old lady inside my soul. So I've been struggling all day at work today, just dragging, and I did not get very much sleep. So I was like, dancing's gonna be the workout. Dancing's gonna be the workout yesterday, and that's fine. I ate my protein, I got my water in, I got my steps in, I did not drink alcohol even though I was at a concert, so we're feeling really good with all of those things. Today, I am super tired, so I just have to stop off at the post office and then I'll go home, take Poyo for his walk. I did get my 2 little 15-minute walk breaks today, so it's not gonna have to be a very long walk for me and Poyo. We'll just do that real quick. I'll come back, I'll do a bike workout. Once I'm done with the bike workout, I might just eat a really simple, throw a patty on the stove, make sure I hit my 100 grams of protein, and call it a day, and just go to sleep at 7, even though it's still daylight. But the blackout curtains, the blackout shades, and my eye mask will be doing extra work. I'm just so tired, and sleep is very important. So once we get those 10,000 steps, 10,000, why am I signing myself up for more? 9,000 steps. I need to drink 1 more thing of water. I need to finish getting my protein in and get Poyo his walk. We'll be done. And then I'm just going to sleep. And I'm going to listen to Dungeon Koala Carl on the ride home. So that's what today is. And about 25. All right, real quick, I just pulled up because it's been a really stressful week, and I am now 10 pounds away, only 10 pounds away from being a healthy weight. I have given myself a treat. I've booked myself a microneedling appointment, which I heard is really good for acne scars, which I obviously have acne scars from PCOS, and I also heard it's really good for like fine lines and wrinkles, which I'm a concentration girl at heart, so I'm curious to see how it goes. But I wanted to just take a little before, and we'll see what it looks like after. I know it's gonna be very red and scary if I go through with it. I might be a little too nervous and just to be like, do a facial instead, but we'll see. I didn't chicken out. But you'll notice my skin is not bright red. Her equipment just had a malfunction, so I must have something wrong with me. First the car, and then this. And if you notice, I am still in the rental car. We did get the call back from the mechanic. He basically gave it to us real. He was like, hey, your car, it's a Kia Rio. He was like, your Kia Rio, it has 150,000 miles on it. It's over 10 years old. He was like, that's pretty good all on its own. You made it really far for what kind of car it was. And he said, initially he was like, I couldn't even get it to start, which honestly, thank God that happened to him and not me when I was like stuck somewhere. And he said it's misfiring, there's oil leaking everywhere, which I knew that already because there was oil in the coolant. And he said, what was it? It busted head gasket thing. Basically there was like a amalgamation of things that he was like, I can just visually see a bunch of things in the hood that if I were you, he was like, I wouldn't even do more diagnostics. I wouldn't pay for more diagnostics because I wouldn't even put more money into this vehicle. So we were like, heard, chef, thank you for being honest about it. So I am going car shopping this weekend. That's what I'm doing this weekend. And because this gal, she was so sweet. I felt so bad for her. She was like, this never has happened to me before, but the equipment was malfunctioning for the microneedling thing. So she was like, can I just give you a facial and I'll let you know when the thing is ready and I have it repaired? And I was like, yes, totally. It's probably my juju. I have bad juju right now. So I just got a really relaxing facial, and I'm gonna head home and finish my water, and I'm gonna read my book on the way home, listen to my book. And honestly, I don't know. I might just go for a run with Poyo because it is a little windy, so it's a little bit cool, and that might be good. And this might have just been the universe telling me I didn't need microneedling today, and that's fine. So no microneedling, but very relaxed. I have some white gunk on myself. Very relaxing. All right, super exciting. I'm back from doing whatever the hell I was doing. I was supposed to get a facial, but I explained what happened there in the car. What did arrive today was I signed up for most of the Disney virtual runs, just because obviously I'm not gonna fly down to Disney whenever there's a race. And I just got that box. So I have some independent time 5Ks to run, and Poyo is doing very good at running 5Ks now. So we are gonna go do that because it's very nice out. It's very windy, so it's not too hot. I've got his little, so this is what I pack in my little backpack when we go out for a 5K. For a 5K, I don't really need food or anything like that. I don't need carbs to bring with me. I have a pepper spray just in case we get stopped by an animal or something like that. A dude wipe in case I shit myself, which, be surprised, happens. A little collapsible bowl for Poyo when he needs water. And then just for like 3 miles, all I need is water because it does get hot out there, and even though it's a short distance, I like to have water. And if it's really hot, I'll even put ice in here, and then it's just kind of a little hack to keep yourself warm. We're going. Sorry, he gets so excited when he sees that I am getting ready. That's it. I don't really do a whole lot in here for the smaller runs. Once it gets to be 5 miles, that's when I will start loading myself up with food, carbs mainly, just to make sure that I'm fueled doing that. And same for him. I'll carry treats for him if we go any further distance, but because of his knee surgery and then the ER visit, he has not gone further than 3 miles this year. So that is that. Do you want to go for a run? Run? Yeah? He wants to go for a run. And I'm excited to do this because it's a perfect day out. Oh, I'm going to listen to my book. It's getting very good. It's already been really good. Oh no. Fart. I left my little headphones at work. Poyo. I left my little headphones at work, so I'll have to use my old headphones, my little earbuddy ones that aren't as good. That's okay. These ones, they're not as good. You know what? That's just the theme of stuff for your mom. We're gonna go. We're going. Why are you taking so long? Put your shoes on, Poyo. Come on, buddy. Poyo. Alright, it is... Alright, we ran instead of doing weights today. Doing that just because I don't know how many miles I'm going to be getting in while car shopping. We we don't live, I feel like I keep saying this, but we don't live near a city, and there's just not a lot of like used cars on the market in a good price range where we are. So he just came in here. So yeah, we're gonna have to go into town, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. Just takes up a lot of the day. So I was like, you know what? Pollo's got energy. I got off work early because I had that appointment that ended up not being an appointment that I was going to be able to do anyways, because the gal's equipment wasn't working. And I was like, you know what? I've got energy. Let's go for a run. It's nice out. It's not too hot. So we did that today. I will still try to do my longer run on Sunday, just because I have not, with the last, like, with the car exploding, with the emergency vet the last couple of weekends, and then the weekend before was the fire, like, I have not been able to catch up with my long run on the weekends. So this weekend would be great if I could get my long run back in and like back into the swing of things. That would be awesome. Sorry, I'm just like looking at my calendar because I did sign up for another half marathon this summer, but it got canceled because of a landslide. So I only have one other half marathon in August before my full marathon in October, which I have not said yet, but I have exciting news. If you watch like the other videos on my channel, you'll see I did get in to the New York Marathon for 2027. The way that I did that was I am in the Team for Kids virtual like fundraiser. It's kind of a mouthful, like the actual method that I am in for New York City Marathon. But basically what happens is I have to run a virtual marathon this year on my own, fundraise for Team for Kids, and then I guarantee my spot for 2027. So I have to run 2 full marathons in October because the time period for when you have to run your full marathon for Team for Kids does not overlap with the period of time when I am supposed to be running my full marathon that I had already signed up for this year, which is fine. It would have been cool if they overlapped, so I could have double dipped, but they do not. Not the end of the world. I am so excited though. I'm like, I think with all these like weird little things that keep happening, I'm like, you know what? I just found out about this New York Marathon thing. I'm like, hell yeah. So I've got that going for us. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. This has been on my bucket list forever, so I'm like, oh my God, awesome. I cannot wait. And it's a charity that I've wanted to run for a while too. There's like a handful of charities that I tried to get into last year. Team for Kids was one of them. So I'm really glad that I got into it this year. So super exciting. Really need to weed in here, so that's what I'm gonna do. kind of just want to count this as my workout. Sunday today. I know I look crazy. Look, maybe you can't really see that on camera, but I look crazy. This was in my hair. We have been doing nonstop yard work today because we've looked at the garden get out of hand. So because we were both just stuck around the house, we were let's get a lot of our yard work done, a lot of the farm stuff done. We had the row of pumpkins to plant. We had some stuff that we needed to pull up. We had the chicken area to let them in, a new area to let them in. So just lots of yard work. And then because I was already getting after it, I did a lot of weeding. Almost 3 hours of weeding. So I'm counting that as my workout today. That was my workout today. It was also my workout on Friday. So I do need to catch up on running. I don't know if I'm gonna do it today. I'm just kind of I'm pooped. There's a bug in our house right now. It's kind of bothering me. But I feel like that's just how it is. When I feel like a sim, my sleep level is up really high. Like this, the level of other things is going down. So when I'm taking care of the house stuff or taking care of other things, my marathon training is going down, which is unfortunate, but it's just you have to pick which one is going to go up. And the great news is I've been doing really good with the 80-20 diet, making sure I'm counting the calories and making sure I'm staying in my deficit, which is good. But like I said, I'm doing really good at that, but I'm maybe letting my marathon training take a back seat. So reevaluating for next week, I would like to get back in to full gear of marathon training, especially with Poyo running a little bit further now. So we're probably gonna go into Portland again tomorrow and look at a couple more cars. Hopefully we have better luck, because otherwise I did ask to telework next week if that was possible, and I did not get approved. So I just have to take off next week. I can't work next week because I don't have any way to get to work. My job, I do have leave, which is good. So there's a silver lining. I have leave I can take. My husband doesn't have leave, so he is going to use the only car that we have to go to his job. But that just means I'm going to be stuck at the house, which is not the end of the world. I like being stuck here, and I'll be able to hang out with the chickens and Poyo and maybe get some more house chores done and maybe go for more runs. I don't know. Maybe I'll silver lining it and get more runs done. But it would be nice if we could find a nice reliable car that's affordable. And so fingers crossed on that. That being said, I don't think I'm gonna have time to edit this video tomorrow and put it up. So this video might come out a little bit later than what I've been doing, which is putting these out on Monday, but that's okay. It is what it is. I'm editing this week's video, and I realized I did not take very much video of anything. I did not do very many of my work. I did a couple outdoor runs, but not very long, and I have not been following my marathon plan, so I'm feeling very guilty about that. You've now seen the week and probably a few of my little chit chats by this point. I still don't have a car, so that is why I'm here. It is Tuesday. It's a Tuesday right now, and it's 1 p.m. I'm at home. I ended up having to just take the week off because I don't have a car to get to work. Right now, my husband and I, we spent all weekend into the city, Portland, to try and find a used car, and it was just such, I don't know if anyone's tried to buy a used car recently, but it was just such a annoyance, dealing with the used car dealerships. And I'm glad we didn't end up going with any of them. This was kind of wild, and goes to show, I don't know if anyone's ever had this experience, but always look at the Carfax. And then we were really liking this one hybrid car, and it had shown that it had gone to this one hybrid battery shop in Portland twice, 1 year, and then it went another year, and now this used car dealership had it, and we were like, oh hey, why did it go to this battery shop in Portland twice? And they were like, oh, it's just something we do, we bring it in before we sell car. And they just kind of gave us a BS answer, and we're, did something happen? Did it get serviced? What was the deal? And they just did not tell us anything, and we're like, that's just so weird. Why would it go 2 years in a row? And so I just called up the shop, and I was like, I know they can't give out personal information, but what if I was just hey, I'm buying this car from a used car lot. Can you just give me any information? Did you recommend maintenance? If it was recommended, how much would that maintenance cost? If it didn't happen, I'm guessing it didn't happen because they went 1 year and then they went another year. And they were just like, oh, that battery is leaking something, and I would not buy that car if I were you. And I was like, oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Like, so just goes to show, like, just try calling. If you see like a shop on the Carfax thing, just call, because I don't know, maybe that saved us a big headache later down the road. But we just spent so much time dicking around Portland, wasting so much time in the car. So it was so difficult to get 9,000 steps these last couple days, like so difficult, because it takes 2 hours to get to Portland, and then we're just basically in the car test driving cars, and then it takes 2 hours to get back to Portland. So it was really big struggle just to get my steps in. Also, huge struggle to get water in, because when you're test driving cars, I don't know where I'm going to be able to go piss. So very difficult. And then, like I said, I just didn't do a traditional workout. So I didn't really film any workouts or anything like that, or runs for a lot of the weekend, because I just counted my walking the dog as a workout, and that's just how I have to do it to not go crazy. And I just know, like, not every week is going to be like a awesome, like, ooh, 3-pound weight loss. I stepped on the scale this morning, exact same weight as last week, 155 on the dot, which is, I'm happy about that, because we did eat out a lot. We're not big eat out people because of where we live and just because of how expensive things are. We try to like eat at home more, but we ate at Outback Steakhouse, which I actually really love. I'm a glutton for, like, when you don't have, I don't know how to say this, when you don't have chain restaurants near you, you kind of like yearn for the familiarity and consistency of a chain restaurant. That sounds so boring saying it out loud, but like, I can fuck up Chili's and Outback Steakhouse. And thank God they are not nearby me, because we ended up getting like 4 of those Outback breads. I love those. I did take them home. I did not eat them. I just like kept putting them in my purse, because I was like, this meal's really expensive. Last time we went to Outback, my like steak potato thing was, I think I get the 6 ounce and it was like $19. This time it was like $30. So whatever. I don't care about stealing a couple pieces of bread. 155. No weight loss, no weight gain. That's good, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I still do not have a car. So I am just dicking around in a dirty house today. It's also hot as fuck. Poyo is good with like 4 miles now. So he's been able to go on 4-mile runs with me, but that's about as far as he can go. And when it's really, really hot like this, I don't like to run him in the middle of the day. I spent all night. I stayed up really late. I felt like, when you know you don't have to go to work or school or whatever in the next day, sometimes it's kind of just fun to like binge something. And I ended up binging the entire 3rd season. Oh my God, I feel crazy saying this, but I just binged the entire 3rd season of Tell Me Lies. So I finished that. I don't know how to like finish my thoughts about Tell Me Lies, because the book and the show are so wildly different. Wildly different. There's like 4 characters that are the same, and then the like main, I don't want to like spoil it in case anyone is watching it or like going to watch it or read it, but they are so different. The finale of the show, I hated. I thought Lucy was going to, okay, just right now, I'm warning you, I am going to maybe spoil this. So if you have not seen the show, skip it. Just skip what I'm going to say. I'll put my little chapter markers. I thought Lucy was going to end up being like a real girl, like a girl's girl, and be like, fucking tell Bree everything, tell Pippa everything, like be okay with Bree putting out that fucking video, which is wild. That wasn't even in the book. So much stuff was not in the book. The writers did a really good job like entertaining things out, fleshing things out to make it more of an entertaining series for the show. I just wanted I wanted the girls to be like I wanted them to be best friends. I wanted the end of the wedding when Steven did his little fucking stupid shit to be like, I don't fucking care. I wanted Lucy to be like, I don't care. I love Bree. I love Pippa. It's the same, like, what's the opposite of bros before hoes? Like, bitches before whatever. I wanted it to be like that. Like, I wanted Lucy and Bree and Pippa to be like, I don't care about you, Steven. And then what would have been really even cooler, because we were like totally deviating from the whole book, is like after Steven did his like fucking look at me on the microphone, would have been if Lucy grabbed the microphone and been like, and you know what, Steven murdered Macy our whatever year of college by driving in the car with her and leaving her to die. Mic drop, and just walking away. Because she's already fucked up her life, like, in so many different ways. It wouldn't have been that crazy if she would have just been like, I've been holding on to the secret this whole time. She should have just done that in the show. It was, I thought she was gonna get over Steven, but she got in the car with him and she was gonna go fuck him again. I'm so mad. I'm so mad, Poyo. Poyo was really upset too. He was like, no, Lucy, don't get in the car with him again. And then for him to like win or whatever, we kept like going around that theme towards the end. I was like so upset. I was so bummed. But it was still very entertaining. I liked the show. I liked the show better than the book. The book was, I will say, here's my trigger warning for the book. The book is much more focused on Lucy having an eating disorder and being obsessed with Steven. Like, that's basically the book theme. And in the show, I feel like they really did not touch on that theme of her, like, eating disorder at all. So I was kind of, like, absent. Anyways, I've been talking for a while. I just wanted to like kind of wrap up this week and say like it was a little bit weird, a little bit difficult, you know, getting all of the goals of the Soft 75. I feel like I did have to like, you know, take it easy on myself to say like I'm checking off these goals, even though perhaps my first round of Soft 75 I would have said like, oh, this didn't actually I didn't actually make the goals, and it would have been a start over, but I think I'm just trying to give myself a little bit of leeway to say, hey, without a car, with all these things that you have to kind of do, I'm still making it. I'm still doing my 9,000 steps. I'm still drinking the water, even though I didn't get a real workout in, you know, walking is fine. I'm going to consider walking fine for now. I am, though, going to work out today. The other thing is we've been doing a ton of garden work. This is embarrassing, but like we did a ton of gardening work the last couple days, and the backs of my hamstrings are so sore because like all of the work is like this, boom, boom, boom. So that makes me feel like I need to do more like, what are those, like deadlifts? I think that is deadlifts. I need to work on that muscle. Anywho, I really hope we get this car situation figured out. Although I do enjoy hanging out at home, I do feel kind of worthless just like burning through my vacation time, because that's what I had to do, was just like burn through vacation time this week. I would rather use my vacation time for like something fun, like a real vacation. But I'm gonna try and make the most of it.